Hello and welcome to another coaching video, and in this one we have a gold Lee Sin versus a gold Kayn, two of the most popular junglers in the game, maybe the two most popular junglers in the game over the past few years, ever since Kayn came out. Now in this particular game, you're looking at a Lee Sin getting leashed, right? You're seeing this, and then you look at the red side, you're like, okay, Kayn is probably being leashed on this red. Cool. You press tab and you see level 1, 0 CS. Huh, guy was a little AFK, or did he go back to base, forget his jungle item? Who knows? The Kayn was in the game, forgot his jungle item, went back to base to go ahead and get it, and now he's late. So the reason why we are going with this one is because in high elo, if you get a tempo advantage, you use it. If the enemy jungler makes a mistake and gives you tempo in any way, you abuse it. Will the gold jungler do thusly, or will he waste it doing, well, nothing? Let's have a look. We have a Teemo top lane, we have a Swain mid lane versus Malzahar, and obviously we have here the Ezreal Lux, disgusting lane, but we have a Twitch Lulu, so yeah, you never know how that works out for you. The Kayn is now finished with his Krugs going to the red, and the Lee Sin is finishing his walls at 2:28 and crossing over right in the middle at 2:30.5 seconds. Not the best. Not terrible, but not the best either. I usually say when you are in gold and platinum, you should start thinking about at what time do enemy junglers cross the map? Because now, for example, if you went to go ahead and say do Raptors red Krugs, and you go ahead and gank this lane, and you do it at, 235, 240, 245, whatever, and then you see the enemy jungler has started on the blue side, did you start the gank off by the time they had already crossed over? In which case, when they see you, will they have time to vertical? And that's the kind of stuff you need to think about. Now, mostly in these elos, I always say 230 is like a good measurement, so once you gank your bottom lane super quick, and it's 230, 235, 240, most likely the gold platinum jungler is just going to be doing the Raptors red. It's not worth for them to invade your blue side, because also, look, Swain has Giga Prio here, which is great for him, but the Darius, while low, if he isn't, could easily rotate. The Malzahar could easily rotate, cut in front of the Swain. Swain can't go through here, right? The Swain has to go round, whereas Malzahar can come through. And if you want to understand how to apply these champions and information to your own game, I have a free jungle improvement resource, as well as a dedicated program where we have jungle video courses, jungle coaching VOD libraries that has weekly free video content seen nowhere else, as well as Q&As and patch note rundowns, as well as a private jungle Discord. And if there's one thing I'm good at, it's converting junglers to gold, to emerald, to diamond, to master plus. If you want to climb faster than anyone you know, jungle div every game you play, click the link below or head to virkayu.gg. So from Lee Sin's perspective, even if that is the case, it's not always worth doing that. It's better just to finish your full clear significantly faster and try to get tempo in a different way. However, if someone does commit to a red side quadrant gank, Raptors red Krugs ganks, bottom lane spends a lot of time here, and you are the Lee Sin and you cross over like 220, you have time, right? You have Prio mid, you've got a chunked Darius on the top side against his Nemesis Devil counter in the Teemo. Okay. And so basically you could actually get in his face here a little bit. So do think about that. I'm not saying don't. I'm just saying think about the tempo advantage, and he should die from this. Oh, he lives. Oh, okay, doesn't live. Okay, excuse me. He's dead. Coach, by the way. So the Lee Sin finishes off his Krugs at 332 Astro Slow. The Kayn has not done the most exemplary clear, obviously because he was delayed, but still, like, he's within touching distance here. And I feel like when the Lee Sin sees the Kayn down there, okay, here comes the Kayn. Do we have a bit of fisting action? Let's have a look here. We hit the Q. We get that bonus missing HP. Should the Kayn even begin wasting time on this? No. You know that you were delayed for whatever reason. Invade, reset, bad luck, hailstorm, earthquake. You finish off your grub. You know at 340, that crab's gone, right? Like, you don't even need to know that, Lee Sin. Like, you know it's gone. So what you do is you go straight back to base right now, and then you try and cut him off here. Because most likely he will double scuttle you, but he might try and gank your bottom lane if it's gankable. And if it isn't, then you can always go ahead and gank other lanes, and obviously your Raptors are up first, so you can go to the Raptors first. You have fallback position. But now, I don't like the idea of shadowing him down. I mean, you can, but is this going to work out for you? And look, like, we're just kind of sitting here. The Lux is roaming as well. We could not have expected this one. Obviously, you got to track your back time. There's no real reason for this if you're the Kayn. You're just compromising yourself. Your one advantage over the Lee Sin is you clear fast. And you already caught some of that time up because the Lee Sin did a bad job. Now you're HP compromised. As I talk about a lot, the HP war, right? You're losing the HP war. Lee Sin goes in with his Q, and then safeguards back out to the Lux. Kayn falls for the bait. Now it's forced to flash out. Swain really delayed hook there, mental brain lag. And now the Twitch is going to show out of the base, and the Lee Sin is greeting through this Raptor camp instead of saying, hey, I win now. I get the crab, I get to shadow bot lane, and so on. So basically, the biggest thing in gold I talk about in the courses is jungle denial. Through counter jungling, through invades, it's really like taking that to the next level. So the Lee Sin thinks about it here. Can't take your Raptors. Yeah. No. You gotta track back times, you gotta track roams. The Kayn thinks, hey, I lost the Scuttle Crab, but I can deny you the middle lane, gank, deny you the bottom scuttle, but you can't. So you gotta know where you can and where you cannot. See, this is what I'm talking about right here. You see this? This is so predictable all the time. I always mention it. If they full clear up and take the scuttle, like because you're delayed because you ganked bottom lane, right? Or you ganked mid lane, doesn't matter. Your full clear is delayed. Go back to base. And now you want the bottom scuttle. Maybe you'll get it. Because maybe the jungler decides to gank top lane and die. Maybe the jungler decides to gank mid lane and gets chunked. And it buys you the time. If you go back to base immediately on finishing the grump, it buys you the time to get here. Maybe snack it up and fight over it. But you have itemization advantage. So you can beat him down. Or he goes for the bottom lane gank. And now, because you predicted this, you are already shadowing this. Maybe there's a gank to be had here. And now you're looking at the clock and saying it's 5:15. I mean, the probability that this happens at 5:15 is very, very low. But if you're basing at 3:30 on the dot, right? Think about it. The guy's going to go for double scuttle. It's going to sync up at 4 minutes almost perfectly. You should be able to do something if this is a gankable lane for the enemy jungler. And if it's a gankable lane for you, you just gank it. Cool, right? So now the Kayn has managed, right, to take some camps and go back out and do his business. He is compromised though. The Lee Sin's down here, obviously knows he can reset and take all this down, right? Decent invest. Ward by the Lulu stops his back. He cues the mini wave and goes for that cut, which is weird because his bot lane haven't seemed to notice this. And also, they might want a base, man. Look at your bottom lane here, right? If they got a decent amount of gold and no mana, it's doing the camera thing again, then what you want to do is not go for this, man. Just leave, go back to base. But the Kayn should see this. Like, look when he sees this. When do we see this? All right. So let's track the Lee Sin fully. All right. We see the Lee Sin here. Now we see him here. You're leaving base right now. Do you stop to do your wolves? Think about a full clear timer. And if you used to be silver, which you hopefully were because now you're gold, or you're watching this whole video all the way through, all the coaching videos, or the mega one on the main channel, 4 minutes 20, the grub respawns. 4 minutes 30 to 4 minutes 45, this respawns. 5 minutes to 5 minutes 10, this respawns. Maybe under 5 if they're quick. And then obviously you got this around your 5 minute 30 to 40, depending on, you know, if they do red first and things like that. But you know categorically that this is up because it's 5:32 on the clock, which means you know the Krugs will be available. So, you see the Lee Sin here. Let's go, Kayn. Use your E, my friend. Come on, get him back on the field. Let's go. You don't need to do your wolves. Don't even bother doing your wolves here, right? You're waiting. You're waiting. You're waiting. You're wasting time. You're waiting. You see him. You could already be in here. You're doing it. You're doing it. You're doing it. Now you see him go this way. You know 99% he's gonna go back to base here. But I think we got time to do all of this. But what you got to do is also understand that there is a coin flip chance, as you see from him here, that he can go to his bottom side camps because he hasn't done any of them, right? He hasn't done any of them on the second repeat, on the second sequence. So he could easily be going down to this, up again, or he could be coming down. Depends on the jungle, depends on the tendencies, depends on the map, depends on the win condition. But we have now spent the time doing wolves and grub. I want you to try and extrapolate in your mind, could we have taken the Raptors and the Krugs first, the outside in rule? The outside in rule here is perfectly encapsulated because if you go to this, and then maybe gank this and loop back down here, if the Lee Sin shows top lane, there's nothing. But if you do the Wolves Grump and now go here and he does show up here, he has Doran's Blade and a pickaxe, and he's got a Swain there, and your mid laner's base, you die. Shouldn't die, but you might. Point flip. So a perfect outside in rule example, where this guy feels like, oh, he did swap over to the Krugs. He's kind of tracking. He's like, oh, Kayn should be taking my shit. And there we go. Now they meet. Here we go. Now, obviously, this is more about levels as well as mechanics. So we don't really want to look at the Kayn and be like, wow, he's so much stronger than the Lee Sin over here. But Orbs, and he is stronger. We know we can win 1v1, which is fine, but it's not about the Lee Sin winning 1v1, is it? The Teemo is super low, so he can't rotate over to this. Why put yourself in this position? I know now you're looking at this, like, but Virkayu, look, this Swain, you know, the Kayn wins, he lives, he escapes. No, it's not about, oh, does he? What am I witnessing mechanically? Okay. Lee Sin went back in, woo, he dies. But Swain will get juiced from this, I think. Pop goes the weasel. This is it. Too many times, people watch this kind of shit, and the Kayn just kills the Lee Sin. They're like, see? Easy move. I'm like, but that was unnecessarily risky, because what if you misplayed it, or what if he got kills at the bottom lane and comes out with more than what he had? Here he was down a level, and you have Dirk, which makes you stronger, more powerful, more potent, and you've got Conquer fully stacked much quicker than the Lee Sin, who was missing his spells going in and out, and like not understanding his mechanics at all. That's fine and good. If you can beat him 1v1 here and you know it, cool. But the problem is, it's not just you, it's your laners. And I'm really, really happy the Swain rotated, and I'm really, really happy the Swain went 2-0-1, because you are the reason for that. I don't care that you could have beaten the Lee Sin. I don't. It's not Malzahar's fault. Now, Malzahar has lost so much from this. This is single-handedly lost mid lane. Completely. And the Swain not only gets this, the Malzahar loses their level 6 spike that you could use to maybe do some damage, roaming, otherwise, whatever. And now you're on the bottom side. So, again, outside the rule. Snack, full back. Lee Sin comes here, it's gone. He's forced to cut down to this. Now you're already shadowing all the way down here. He's going to maybe force a gank here. You cut him off, or you go and invade him here, or you just gank mid lane. There's so many things you could do. Now, Darius shows up and says, hello! Kills him. Because Swain had a big lead, and why go back to base and spend the gold when you can die to the top laner? And also, he's so compromised from the Teemo, it's a bit unfortunate. You see the pings from the Darius here help. I mean, what are you gonna... I don't understand laners who do that. Like, you just left your lane to roam and do a good thing. Like, good job. This is what you meant to do, right? The lane is toxic. Literally, leave. Go do something else somewhere else. And he did. Cool. Don't ping your jungler to hold your wave for you like he's down here. I mean, could he sometimes? Sure, but it's not always what you want to do. Now, the blue side bottom lane here is pushing this up. Lee Sin is level 6 here, so he's going to look for this. Why didn't you just go for the kick? They lined up perfectly too. You could have just given them a nice smack. Like, you didn't have to save your kick for a blue moon. This was the perfect time to hit a double kick, 3 kills, yeah, whatever. And now we can do a dragon, hopefully. So the Kayn here, okay, from the Kayn's perspective, we do these first, then we counter jungle, then we meet him, then we fight. Then everybody dies. These camps are down. You know Lee Sin's going to go to the bottom side. Now you go and do this upward. You don't think about your bottom lane shoving up here. You've just taken yourself out of the tracking game, and you just go for a full sequence blindly. But you need orbs anyway, so all of this, because he didn't use that proper counter jungling tempo, and because the Lee Sin gave away a lot of his intentions and walked over many wards, but the blind and the shroom. That's why you've got a path in the direction of the lanes that can actually do some damage. Your Twitch was 2-0-0, and you have to think, okay, look, Lee Sin's gonna be on the bottom side. There's a dragon on the map. I got a fed bot lane. My Darius is being not inting, but he's being smurfed upon by the Teemo. I lost mid lane solo with my invade. Maybe I can gank from my Twitch and Lulu here, or just stop the Lee Sin killing him, help him shove into a dragon. Well, maybe I can do that. You've got to think outside the box in that sense. You can't always just go for these hyper-aggressive invades, die to laners, and then complain about your laners inting. You know, you compromise them so severely. And you can do that, play for your lanes, play for yourself, and deny the enemy jungler, and it's really simple to do. You just got to look for those triggers, and that's what we're working on in this training, isn't it? Now, we're going for the Ezreal here, who will Arcane Shift, obviously. We don't have an ultimate, so we're full committing just with the Twitch. I mean, how easy was that? All you have to do is shadow earlier, you get a dragon too. Lee Sin takes a dragon, now says, yo, I'm gonna do this red. Knows Kayn's on the bottom side. Could easily go for this Herald play, but decides, hey, let me snowball this Teemo a little bit quicker. I do have my kick available. It would be available again, even if he's on the bottom side. We just need to have that blind go through. There we go. Oh, he's forced to Ghost and Flash. We'll take them apples. Now he's running through the jungle, looking for someone to help him. Malzahar is like, nope. Kayn is not thinking about the Herald whatsoever, no denial. And from Lee Sin's perspective, obviously we would assume that Kayn should be coming up here, but, you know, you just keep your eyes open. Watch for the heal, or are we gonna die to him here? Woof. Close, but he does hit the Q, so we get that bonus missing HP effect. Now, Kayn on the other hand is like, okay, I'm gonna camp bottom lane here. There we are. Okay. Cool. But now you fed an Ezreal. Do you really want to fit like, your bottom lane? Your bottom lane are back in base. Your bottom lane are not in the picture. And the Lee Sin sees this occurring and it's like, you know, I don't want that Herald. The Herald's too much work. I mean, your Teemo just took this turret. Kayn is dying bottom lane. You're doing Krugs to resustain up. Just go do the damn Herald. Take the Herald. Please, I beg of you. And then, sure, you could look to counter jungle here thereafter, but, you know, with the Kayn coming out of base and respawn, maybe you don't do that. But most importantly, why didn't we go Krugs into the Herald? That's the play, right? Do the Krugs into the Herald, snack it up, go back to base now, come to the bottom lane. Can we snowball this mid laner and really kick the ass out of the Malzahar and maybe do some damage here with the turret? with the Herald, or do we go and kill the Twitch again? While Kayn goes topside and farms. So the Kayn is taking himself out of the game. Completely terrible, disgusting itemization. Lee Sin, it's difficult to go wrong. You just go drink a Black Cleaver and enjoy yourself. You can also do Sterex. But itemization, as I said, follow your best. Don't try and think outside the box too much. And you see how we just play for farm too much. You know, we don't rotate to free kills when we have them. We don't counter jungle when we should. We're, you know, it just adds up. And the Lee Sin, I like this. But imagine if you were here with the Bountiful Herald or something like that. You know, really sexy. Bring that money. Oh. Well, you know, mechanics will improve over time. And you know, you want to laugh at him for doing that. I don't. I say honestly, look, it's funny to watch and it's a bit funny. We laugh about it together, but we don't laugh at him. He had that Q though. You've got to practice these dives, man. You've got to practice them. You see this dive, go for the dive. Practice your mechanics, go for it. Here we go. Nicely. There you go. You see, you got to get in there. So he messed it up initially, but then he went back in and now he hits it. So now he generates confidence from this, evidence that he can do this. Darius is moving on down here, obviously, so this is a bit of a rough spot for us to be. Which is why we kind of want the Herald. There's Darius. Ghost is activated. If we had the Herald here, there'd be no turrets, so maybe we would have a better situation, but we do die. It's, you know, it is what it is. Kayn, in the meantime, is... Kayn did something somewhere. Where did he do it? I want to know, because I stopped watching and paying attention. No, he's just chasing down the level 11 Teemo. We're watching the dive of the Lee Sin talking about that, and I'm looking at the camera, looking at you guys, but hey, now we can counter jungle this as well. No, this is fine. But you shouldn't be only up 8 CS as Kayn over Lee Sin, right? Like, you should be, you should have a lot more CS than that. Again, no one's taking the Herald. Why doth thou hate Herald, noble gold gamers? Useful. Get more gold with it. So you don't have to actually be gold. I mean, it sounds like poetry that writes itself. The worst haiku ever, but it works. So now we leave the base here as Lee Sin. We're going to have 9 left on our pet. I was going to say 10, but 9. Kayn's almost done with his pet at this particular stage. I have no issue with us giving up, you know, our bottom side quadrant here for his Krugs, for the Herald. And now we're just so far behind. It's nice that we have Malzahar ulti. Obviously, that was a good W there. The Twitch should be able to finish that off. That's great as well. Nice rotation. Look, the Darius is lost lane handily. But I'm glad that he left lane looked to make plays, because the Kayn wasn't doing it until right now. And the Teemo isn't doing it at all. So you give him this, and you try and win other lanes as the Darius. I like that. Take the Dragon. And I think that might be a game-winning play. Game-winning roam by the Darius, and actually the Kayn got involved. Nice W as well. Let's have a look here. So now he goes for the Herald, but it's stupid, because the Lee Sin should be running over this game. The tempo we got early from first clear, the missed Heralds here earlier when Kayn was running down bot lane twice, like, we lost counter jungling from the Lee Sin, we lost the Herald from the Lee Sin, we lost map control from the Lee Sin, you know, and now the Kayn is up 2 levels because of those counter jungling moments, and we can say, look, were they good? No, but the fact that he did them is important. So, like pizza, even the bad ones, still pretty good. Counter jungling, yeah, there's perfect counter jungling, but some counter jungling, hey, still pretty good. It's better than 0, you know? And our farming has gone up drastically, and now we're goon squatting together already with our Twitch, with our Darius, with us. When it takes some more camps when the Lee Sin dies, this is good escalation, right? We've gotten form now. We're using this as we translate into the mid game from 12 to 16 minutes. Very nice. Very nice. And that's the thing. Your early game doesn't define you. I mean, it does higher up. Like, your early game needs to be good. If you have shit early games all the time, you're not going to climb to a certain level, right? But can't int lanes. And I think the last 2 videos you've seen, the inting of lanes is the issue, right? Twitch kills Astral. You know, Lee Sin, Kayn, the last one as well, the Udyr, the Warwick, like, just dying to laners unnecessarily through invades, bad ganks. That's why your lane is int a lot of the time. And when you miss opportunities to really shut down an enemy jungler, big. But hey, when it comes to 17 minutes, 20 minutes, it's less about that and it's more about how you, like, are you sure you want to do this? Like, you're not exactly in position to go do these things now. Now the Lee Sin counter jungles. When he's down 2 levels. Kayn's afraid of him. Why? Just go and kill him. Go and kill him. Like, he's got no kick. We saw him kick, so go ahead and kill him. Malzahar is also showing up here. These guys way too deep. There you go, free kill. We have, that was, looked like he tried to get out, but someone could have been coming the other direction, so always pay attention to that. Lux and Swain are here. I think Blue Kayn did Blue Kayn things, which is why the champion's frustrating, right? Like, he should not be in a position to win this game, but at the same time, he's up 2-3 levels, 3 levels now. And he deserves to be up 3 levels. The Lee Sin just shouldn't have allowed it. That's the issue. Take home that message. An important one. Split push on the top side. 3 people collapsed. Kayn's doing his camps while he waits for his bottom lane. Let's go join them. Goon Squad, push this wave up. Push bottom wave up because... No, see, you can let the Twitch goon a little bit while you push this wave up, and then they can all dive. And you have Herald too, so it doesn't really matter. But I'm glad, as a team, they're on the same page here. You know, like the Kayn flanked and the Twitch caught the wave, and they've got the Herald, so that's all good. But we're doing Grump. I mean, I feel like we could have... It's good to drive the wave states, because you're not always going to have a Twitch that cuts down and catches it. You catch it, push it up, activate the Herald. They Goon Squad, you all shove up together. Now it's 4. Really drive this Herald home. It's worth losing this. Anyway, so just to drop back, because we see this shove here, we can do nothing about this. This one here we can see, so someone does have to go back to base. I'm pausing as he does it, which ruins the point, but the whole idea is, okay, look, the Darius is dead when he shouldn't be if we play that properly, obviously. The Malzahar is dead, but will respawn. We can still have a really nice shove here as a squad and have numbers advantage in this situation because you killed the Ezreal, right? 1-2 here, so you know that at most you're going to have 2 down here. So if you maintain a 3v2, 1-person basis to handle this, most likely will have to be Darius and Malzahar together. Maybe you can get more, but you got to read the room. And the room says, Kayn, we want to leave. The Herald's not going to get more pushes than that. We're going back to base. Kayn says, I'm a stay, gets kicked there, and nice root by the Lux, and will die. Will he die? He will die. So, Teemo also dies. And they hold the inhib, which is perfect. It's exactly what we wanted, but the Kayn now dies no reason. I know what he was looking to go for, but we didn't set that up properly. Once we lost to Darius, it makes it more difficult to do that. And then he didn't read the room when his team left. Costly, costly, costly. Lee Sin, in the meantime, says, look, I gotta catch these waves. Good. I like that. Yep. Catch the waves, leave the situation. We have 2 dragons. So if I'm the Lee Sin here, as Ezreal dies and kills the Malzahar, and the Twitch shows up over here, and the Teemo shows up after respawning, if I'm the Lee Sin here, alright, little ult, nice flank. Whoa, unlucky that didn't hit. I wanted to go for a Baron. Okay? I want them to take this dragon here. And I wanted to reset, spend gold, and go straight to Baron. Maybe use my Teemo and my Swain to at least guarantee that objective. Give them a dragon for a very free one. Maybe then we can shove this down pretty easily with Teemo. Split push, we can shove this down as well. Now, this flank is good, but obviously here everyone knows you're on the Baron, so there could be steals. And I get very nervous against Kayn's and Echoes and things like this. You can't coin flip this. You got to make sure you stop and turn. Don't flip it. Don't give it to him for free. But you take too long doing this, you don't commit to one direction or another, you know, you're going to lose the dragon, you're going to lose the Baron, you're going to lose everything. So let's see. Can he steal it? Should be able to. It's pretty easy. Roop. Yep. Well, the Lee Sin has a smite up, but Kayn still kills Lux. Champion, man. There you go. As a Lee Sin, I feel for you. You're down 3 levels, and I was eviscerating the Kayn for jungling badly. So how are you down 3 levels against the Kayn jungling this badly? That's because the badness of his jungling was not exploiting you and how terrible the Lee Sin's jungling was. Jungle denial. We still did it. Could have done it stronger. And I think that's important because you always want to do it harder. Better the jungler, the more effective it will be. And those margins for error kind of go down. In terms of, you know, if you're the Kayn here and you punish the Lee Sin, cool. But if you don't, and this Lee Sin's good, he'll equalize you pretty quickly. And he's not down 3 levels. He's the same level or he's ahead. The dragon's available. I sort of prefer kind of not doing the Baron until I know they're on the Drake. Like giving this Hextech Drake is okay, I think, for sure, especially with Baron. Because you got this, you got a really fed Teemo. We want to punch it and end. Dragon Soul's not going to enter into it. Alternatively, you just go simple. You say, guys, let's just do the dragon. Don't force the Baron. Just do the dragon, get it, 3rd one easy fast. Full back. We'll fight over the next. We'll fight over the Baron next. Easy way to do it. Now, Ezreal does hurt. There's no real reason to lose a smite to a Kayn W over the wall with 400 HP on it. The Kayn could have very easily used his mobility to go in and out and around and smite it without necessarily just only using the W, but alright, the Lee Sin gives him a free one as well. Swain's pretty strong. Darius is not caught up again, but Kayn is fed. Nice heal. And another one. Lessons for top laners. If you're being shit on, don't ping your jungler because you are being shit on. Yell at your jungler when he dies to the Teemo. Like, that was not good. But leave the lane, make impact, be the jungler, especially if your jungler isn't doing what he should be doing. The Kayn is lucky. He's 655. He's got a lot of econ, he's got a lot of levels. It hasn't been the most fluid, but he is doing what he should be doing now, and that's all that matters, right? Should we be in the situation? No, but given we are, we should do the best. We should do our best job, which he's doing, which is cool. We like it. So, free Baron, free Dragon, free counter jungling, up 3 levels, does literally 0 damage to the Lee Sin. It's a different time, man. 6 months ago, that was a one-shot already. Gore Drinker, Death's Dance, lack of damage overall in the game. Interesting to note, actually. Twitch, though, in an AoE, ratatatata, pay and spray, he says as he gets the kills here. Lee Sin shields himself. Luck's obviously quite the queen of disengage, but you can't do that forever. Ooh, close one. Kayn's nerfs, you can see the Kayn's nerfs. You can see the game change and the Kayn nerfs and how strong they feel in the situation. Ezreal's a little tilted, so he's going for the split push. So we just take everything. Nice comeback from the blue team. Nice comeback. Base is well done. Good base as well. I like it. Lee Sin now has no camps. Perfect. That's exactly why you do that. Darius got to be careful on the split push here because we know the enemy team will be respawning, coming at us. He goes back to base in the stupidest place. Just walk away, walk away, walk away. Don't go here, obviously, man. Just walk down, far away. Keep walking if you're nervous. Now we die, no reason. That's okay, though. We got a Twitch. We got a Lulu. We can relax. There's nothing to do. Hold waves, push waves, look for a pick, maybe. Be careful, though. They have numbers. We don't. They do. So, Lulu doesn't realize it. Does flash, though. There the Lee Sin goes in. Ults herself. Haste is so strong on fighters. You should hit another one. Should be a dead Lulu. Stupid, man. There should not be this much haste on fighters at all. I understand you want rotational spells, but like this is insane, right? The EQs and Shojins make it worse. Lulu used flash. This was not the best Malza ultimate. No. Twitch goes all in here. They're chasing down the Mals now. We're trying to peel the Swain as much as possible, but obviously the more he's in the ult, the more the dust stuff, so we just kill the team out to be done with it. We get rooted by the crow guy. We're gonna wait for that. Just wait for it. Ditch, find another target. Don't coin flip yourself. Lee Sin's out of position. A little bit of a fiesta here. Kayn just says I'm gonna go farming. Next dragon's up. There you go. Darius Dunkings. And death. Kayn now regenerates. 3 people dead, 2 people up. Flash for a flash. There you go. Don't flash the W. You know it's dead. And blue Kayn strikes once more into the hearts of gold players. Terrible jungler gets away with it because he's playing blue Kayn. But at the same time, you had more than enough opportunity to punish and destroy, and you didn't. So we'll take this dragon. Lee Sin shows up. Don't even bother, man. Just take your blue side. Take your blue side. Baron's up. Let's go do that. Okay, so it looks like it's devolved a little bit into a low-quality game, which I think is the case. And, the red team gets nothing more. They get Baron. They just shut down and end. Pretty straightforward. So learn a lot about yourself in terms of what you're missing, in terms of punishing enemy junglers. And, if you're not doing that, just keep looking because you will miss some stuff. Like the Kayn missed some stuff for sure when he made aggressive plays, but the fact that he's thinking about these things is still good. And again, bad counter jungling is still better than no counter jungling. Bad plays that you're trying to make that help you learn as a jungler, like the turret dive on the bottom side with the Lee Sin. Even if you mess it mechanically, it's good to try and get better. And of course, he was rewarded for that as well. So lessons for both. Onward to Platinum, my friends. See you in the next one.